It's a place where football lives in its purest form. You come here to work, to do your job, to have faith that the man next to you does his, to leave it all on the field for your fans, and let the wins, the rankings, and the titles fall into place. In Happy Valley, it's an opportunity to begin again.
Legacy. Think about why you came here.
A chance to create a new story.
We got an opportunity here.
They remained resilient, rebuilt the reputation.
To write your names, man. To write the history.
Broke through.
At Penn State, their signature win.
And returned. Tonight, two teams overlooked for most of the year step into the spotlight. With everything to prove. Penn State Wisconsin. The Big Ten Championship.
Welcome to the house that Peyton built. Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis, Indiana. And we are set for the 2016 Big Ten Championship as number 6 Wisconsin takes on the 7th-ranked Nittany Lions of Penn State. Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson along with my partner Joel Platt, and welcome to Indianapolis. So much on the line, partner, for both these teams.
Right.
A Big Ten championship, a berth to the Rose Bowl, and a possible berth in the college football playoffs. And when you look at this Wisconsin squad, we're going to see one of the most disciplined and the most physical teams in the nation go at it.
Yeah, in this day and age of college football where we're all built for explosive offenses and a lot of points, Wisconsin is the exact opposite. They're built for control, and they do that with their featured back, Corey Clement. This guy is explosive on the outside. He's a quality receiver as well out of the backfield. He's going to get 20 to 30 touches tonight. He is the bell cow, but the calling card for this Wisconsin team is the defense, led by two sensational outside linebackers, TJ Watt and Vince Beagle, and they're going to have their hands full. Because, partner, this Penn State offense is running on full octane here in the back half of the season.
All right, it's been a Cinderella year for the Penn State Nittany Lions. 5 years ago, this program and this university was rocked by a scandal, but tonight they have an opportunity to revive Camelot, and they're going to lean on their Sir Lancelot, Saquon Barkley.
Oh, isn't he a good back? I mean, I think he's one of the best backs in the entire country. He's got it all the versatility you would want. Great vision. He's got speed on the outside that he can take it the distance. He can catch the ball out of the backfield, and he's powerful enough to run through tackles. Everything in this offense runs through Saquon Barkley, and so if Trace McSorley, their quarterback, is going to have success, it's going to be off of play action, faking it to Barkley in the backfield, getting it down the field and forcing it down to his very tall and athletic wide receivers. And then the magician, the wizard, he's Merlin of Camelot, Trace McSorley on the outside, but it all runs through Saquon Barkley.
All right, this is a series that dates back to 1953. Wisconsin leads at 9-8, but Penn State has won 4 of the last 5. Time now to join the third member of our team on the sideline, Shannon Spade.
That's right, Gus. Just a little update on the Wisconsin quarterback situation. Head coach Paul Chryst told me during warm-ups that he still does not know if Alex Hornibrook is even going to play in this game. Hornibrook left the game 1 week ago with a head injury. He did pass concussion protocol this week, practiced with the team, and even warmed up here tonight. But Paul Chryst told me it is not his decision right now. It's up to Hornibrook and the athletic trainer. So Bart Houston is starting this game, and Bart Houston is the only guy. If he has to come out of the game for any reason, if it's for 1 or 2 plays, Chryst told me they'll get creative maybe with the Wildcat situation. But if Houston has to come out of this game for an extended period of time, they will have to burn Corey Lyles' red shirt. He's the freshman.
All right, Shannon. And we are set for kickoff at the Big Ten Championship game. 6th-ranked Wisconsin, 7th-ranked Penn State. Wisconsin won the toss, deferred. Penn State to receive. Paul Chryst turned 51 2 weeks ago in his second year at
Wisconsin named the Big Ten Coach of the Year by his fellow coaches this week. James Franklin, 44 years old, third year at Penn State, named Big Ten Coach of the Year.
Partner, let's crown us a champion in the best conference in our sport.
As you take a look at the Big Ten Championship history, Wisconsin, their fourth appearance in 6 seasons. And we're underway. Miles Sanders, the deep man, and he'll get a shot, bringing it out of the end zone. Sanders gets across the 25, close to the 30-yard line, before being taken down. And a couple of things you need to know.
When Penn State has the ball, they love to take shots down the field. Their big play threat on the outside is Chris Godwin. He's got the size over his counterparts on the opposite side for Wisconsin. They're a smaller secondary that's very aggressive. Sojourn Shelton is their leader, a 4-year starter, leads a very productive secondary that leads the country with 21 interceptions.
First down and 10 at the 29. Saquon Barkley in the backfield. They give it to him on first down, and he gains positive yardage as he crosses the 35 up to the 37. Dakota Dixon with the tackle here is the Big Ten's most outstanding offensive player, most outstanding running back.
And he's hobbling off the field. That's exactly what the Nittany Lion fans did not want to see. He came in with a bit of a bum ankle. He tried to play it off during the course of the week, said he could have come back in that game last week against Michigan State, but hobbling off early is Penn State's best player.
Andre Robinson replaces him, and they'll give it to him. And Robinson smashed as he gets to the line of scrimmage. Trace McSorley also decked. Vince Beagle with the tackle, and these linebackers for Wisconsin are nasty.
Well, we're going to see the strategy play out right away. In this zone read game, the outside linebackers for Wisconsin are going to attack the quarterback, and Trace McSorley gets walloped by T.J. Watt.
Third down and 3 at the 36. McSorley operating out of the shotgun. Robinson standing with him. Here's McSorley looking in trouble, steps up in the pocket, runs into his teammate, fires, and incomplete. Gesicki, the intended receiver. So Penn State will have to punt it away.
This is one of the stingiest defenses in the entire country. Third in the nation in scoring defense, giving up just over 13 points a game, and they show you just how aggressive and physical they can be on the opening series.
Chaz Peavy, the deep man for Wisconsin, standing at his own 24-yard line. Blake Gilligan, freshman from Smyrna, Georgia, the punter at the 21. Peavy backpedaling, lets it go over his head, and a beautiful punt which will be downed inside the 20-yard line. 44 yards. So the Badgers coming on the field for the first time on offense. Bart Houston in for Alex Hornibrook, and a couple of things you want to know when Wisconsin has the ball.
Yeah, regardless of who's in at quarterback, it has to go through Corey Clement. This guy's a 1,000-yard rusher. He's the focal point of the offense. And then defensively for Penn State, their linebacker core is finally healthy. And when Jason Kabinda and Brandon Bell have been in the game, they have been one of the best defenses in the country. They're both healthy tonight.
First and 10 of the 19. Clement, the single setback. And they'll give it to him on first down with running room as he slashes his way to the 24. Evan Schwan, with the tackle. As you take a look at Bart Houston, 3-0 as a starter this year.
And a senior, he's been here before, granted not as a starter or a guy that saw a lot of action on the field, but he's been in this building and witnessed a championship environment. I believe that's going to serve him very well, in particular early in this game.
Second down and 5 at the 24. And they'll run it again. Clement, and he'll pick up the first down. So they've used dual quarterbacks for Wisconsin this season. What prompted Coach Chris to do so?
that competition in fall camp was won by Bart Houston mainly because of his maturity. So they went with him against LSU and in the first few games of the season, but it was the accuracy of Hornibrook and the fact that he was a little bit more athletic for an offensive line that was still trying to develop, and he could erase some of those offensive line errors. But ever since then, both have played.
First down and 10 at the 30-yard line. Clement again. And he'll pick up a couple on the play. Corey Clement has rushed for 2,857 yards and 34 touchdowns in his career. There's Hornibrook, who has suffered from concussion-like symptoms. Spoke to the media this week.
He did. They made him available day after the game on Sunday. He practiced full speed on Tuesday when we were there in Madison. He looked fine. I fully expect that he will be available at a minimum here for the Badgers tonight.
2nd and 7 at the 33. Wisconsin continuing to keep the football on the ground. Penn State ready that time as Brandon Bell and Parker Cawthron come up with the tackle.
And there's Bell. This guy has been sensational for Penn State, the senior from New Jersey. 75 tackles, even with the injuries that he has suffered. Missed a few games right in the middle of the season, including that Michigan game. It's a large reason why Michigan ran the ball so effectively.
So a 3rd down and 5 at the 35 for the Badgers. Houston will throw it underneath, and it's caught for what looks like a first down. Fumagalli with the reception, the junior tight end.
Troy Fumagalli is a terrific tight end. That's his 39th catch on the year, and he just created enough space for Houston to find him for the completion and move the chains. That was an excellent throw for Bart Houston here to start this game. Tight window, 3rd down, and he executed beautifully.
Fumagalli averaging 12 yards per reception. First down, Wisconsin. Shaw running straight ahead, and he powers his way deeper into Penn State territory. A gain of 5.
Well, doesn't it just seem that Wisconsin, they always have a feature back, an older guy, and then they always have the next guy in line, the redshirt freshman, Bradrick Shaw. This is a terrific back. He's 6'1", 211 pounds. He's run for close to 400 yards in the season, about 5.5 per carry. And he's going to be a good one here for the Badgers.
2nd down and 5 at the 37. Shaw again, this time running left with plenty of running room. The young man from Birmingham, Alabama, gains 12 yards. Brandon Bell had to hang on.
This offensive line is doing a great job here early in this game. Winning the line of scrimmage, you're going to get a double team right here from the left tackle, Ramczyk, and John Deitzen, the left guard. Excellent movement, and that allows that big hole for Shaw to get vertical and get some extra yards and make a first down.
10th play of the drive that started at the Wisconsin 19. This is their opening series of the game. First down to the Penn State 25. Houston to throw it. Steps up over the middle. Caught. Peavy inside the 5. What a throw by Bart Houston.
I mean, you got to make some big-time throws sometimes as a quarterback, and this is exactly that for Houston. Watch this. You're going to get the safety moving off the hash to the left side. As soon as he sees that, he freezes him with his eyes, drops it over the linebacker, and just a perfectly thrown ball to Jazz Peavy to set up 1st and goal. Bart Houston looks relaxed, calm, and on target here early.
Inside handoff this time. Ramish. Does he get in? Yes. Austin Ramish, the junior from Land O'Lakes, Wisconsin, gives the Badgers a 6-0 lead.
Only 2 pass plays on the entire drive. Both completed on 3rd downs to move the chains, and the rest was left to that big offensive line.
Andrew Endicott in to attempt the extra point. And it's good. 14 play, 81-yard drive. Wisconsin eats up 8 minutes. And the Badgers lead at 7-zip.
I'll tell you what.
2 pass plays.
14 plays, 12 rushes, 2 pass plays, both of them on 3rd down. So it wasn't just like, hey, let's get Bart Houston some easy completions. I mean, he was thrown right into the fire, had to move the chains and did. And then the offensive line did the rest. I mean, that was a sensational drive there for the Badgers.
P.J. Rosowski sends it away to Miles Sanders. And Sanders brings it out of the end zone once again. And he'll get up to the 16-yard line. And quick sign for the Nittany Lions. Saquon Barkley back in the game. 1st down and 10 for Penn State at their own 16. Play action. McSorley steps up in the pocket. Wants to run it and slides down to the 20 for about a 4-yard gain. Let's go downstairs and check in with Shannon.
Well, Gus, you saw Saquon Barkley hobble off the field. It was not his right ankle that he injured last week. It was actually his left thigh the athletic trainers were working on. Looks like he took a pretty good shot in that first series. They added some extra padding underneath his football pants. He spent some time on the bike, but it's some discomfort he's going to play through.
All right, thank you very much, Shannon. 2nd and 7 to the 19. And they'll pull it in. McSorley lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Ryan Conley, another one of those fierce linebackers for Wisconsin, comes up with the tackle.
And this Wisconsin team doesn't even have Jack Sitchie, who was leading them in tackles at the time he got hurt as a middle linebacker. But Conley filling in nicely, the sophomore from Minnesota, number 43. He's doing a great job.
3rd down and 7 to the 19. McSorley taking his time. Here comes the blitz. McSorley in trouble, throws and incomplete. No time for Trace McSorley. So much pressure. This time Vince Beagle.
And his buddy TJ Watt both in there. I mean, they're just not going to have a lot of time in the pocket. These two guys are too active and too good, too athletic. Vince Beagle and TJ Watt as a tandem, they are the most fierce outside linebacker combination in the country. The Penn State coaches knew it coming in, called them game wreckers in our meetings with them this week.
Gilligan will punt from the 5. Peavy, the deep man at the 33, signals for the fair catch and has it at the 27. A 53-yard punt. Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, the 2016 Big Ten Championship game between Penn State and Wisconsin. Badgers up 7-0 with the football. 1st down at their own 28. Clement hopping through the hole. And that offensive line, Joel, really firing off the football.
You know, Penn State's going to have to do something structurally here to adjust, because right now they only have 6 defenders in what I would call the run box, meaning the defensive line and the 2 linebackers. Wisconsin's going to be able to block all of those players, so they're going to have to commit a safety. That's Brent Pry, the defensive coordinator. He's the co-defensive coordinator going all the way back to the Vanderbilt days with James Franklin. And then when Bob Shoop left for Tennessee, he took over full-time.
2nd down and 5. Clement now outside with a burst of speed. Down the sideline. Clement needs one block. Can he get it? Clement! Touchdown, Wisconsin. 67 yards.
When you're the outside player on defense, you've got to keep your outside arm free. That doesn't happen for Grant Haley, the junior. He got sucked too far to the inside. Clement's far too quick and too fast. He beats him to the edge and gets into the end zone.
14th touchdown of the season on the ground for Corey Clement. And the Badgers, all business to start this one. Wisconsin up 14-zip. 14-0, Wisconsin leading Penn State here in the first quarter. So far, Wisconsin 2 possessions, 143 yards and 2 touchdowns. Penn State 2 possessions, 10 yards and 2 punts. And they'll start from the 25. And they'll give it to him running straight ahead, and he makes the first man miss with running room. Saquon Barkley now brings it outside, gets up the sideline and out of bounds. He gains 22 yards. Derek Tindall finally knocking him out of play.
So here we go. Barkley getting the ball and showing you why he's such a great back. Look at that little jump cut, and then he shows you the speed and the burst to get to the outside and gain some yardage. As you look at our ump cam, just an excellent look at what it's like to be right in the middle of the field.
First down and 10 of the 47. And this time they hand it to Robinson, and he'll chip his way to midfield, gaining 3 yards on the play as Connor Sheehy comes up with the tackle. As you take a look at the ump cam,
that's Ed Feaster, our umpire. He's got the camera right there on the bill of his hat.
Second down and 7 at midfield for Penn State. Robinson remains in the game. McSorley wants to run it. He's got a little room and is finally gobbled up. Taken down hard by Lubrin Figaro.
The hard part for Penn State is any fake or type of deception without Barkley in the game. Wisconsin is not going to buy. Derek Tindall was the shaking up Wisconsin Badger, and so his replacement, Lubrin Figaro, number 31, he's on the near side. Remember, Penn State loves to take shots, and here on third down, you might see Figaro get targeted.
Third down and 6 at the 49. Barkley back in the game. McSorley steps up over the middle and caught for a first down. Deshaun Hamilton picks up 16 on 3rd and 6.
I love this element of McSorley's game, his ability to scoot up into the pocket and buy himself another beat or two to get the ball downfield. It's exactly what he does there. Great athleticism, keeps his eyes up, moves the chains.
First down and 10 at the Wisconsin 33. McSorley fires down the field, a deep ball, and it is caught! Gesicki goes up high! Woo! 33-yard touchdown, and the Nittany Lions are on the board. Mike Gesicki, 6'6".
What a play from Gesicki. 6'6", 250, one of the best pass-catching tight ends in all of America. And that was just a mismatch on the 6-foot Figaro 31. The backup who came in, they did target him. They took advantage, put a touchdown on the board.
And one thing you know about Trace McSorley, he has a knack for the big play as Tyler Davis adds the extra point. Penn State hitting it out of the park on that series, 14-7.
We talked about that being such a vital drive, and boy, Penn State answered the bell, taking it right down the field.
Here's Latrell Jamerson returning it for Wisconsin, and he'll get to the 25-yard line. And they hand it to Bradrick Shaw. And Shaw gets to the 27, maybe the 28. Why don't they just try to make Bart Houston beat him with his arm?
It's harder than it looks. You know, you can only run so many coverages that also are sound in run defense. And unfortunately for Penn State, Wisconsin's offensive line has just been winning the battle so far. But that is a great start on the last play. Getting Wisconsin behind the chains in a 2nd and long situation. Now you're playing on Penn State's terms rather than Wisconsin's terms.
Ogunbowale in the backfield. 2nd and 8. Houston drops it off. Ogunbowale, and he'll get close to the first down as he's chopped down by Christian Campbell. And that could take us to the end of the first quarter.
Well, anytime Ogunbowale is in the game, you know that it's likely a pass. He's their 3rd down pass specialist. Penn State got the momentum going now.
That's the end of the first quarter. 14-7, Big Ten championship game. 14-7, Wisconsin leads Penn State here at the Big Ten championship game. Let's take a look at the KFC stat comparison.
Well, those rushing yards for Wisconsin, they established themselves so early. A couple of touchdowns, but Penn State answering the bell. They get that big drive coming back and get the big play, more importantly, from Mike Gesicki in the end zone from Trace McSorley. And we got a ball game here in Indianapolis.
3rd down and 5 at the 44. Houston checks it down. Ogunbowale spinning, stays on his feet and picks up the first down. Nicely done, as Manny Bowen finally stops him.
Well, they just found the mismatch here. Jason Kabinda is going to have him man-to-man, and he doesn't get outside quick enough. See, Ogunbowale, he took off almost before the snap, got out there, and then it's just a one-on-one battle. The spin away, and he converts on 3rd down, and Wisconsin has been doing a great job on 3rd down of converting, whether it's Houston down the middle of the field, getting big completions, or Ogunbowale there getting loose.
Wisconsin 3 of 3 on 3rd down conversions. 1st down. Clement back in, out of the offset eye. Play fake, deep drop. Houston, here is the screen, and it's incomplete. Austin Ramish took his eyes off the football.
Boy, they had a big play out in front of them there. I think it was because they threw that to the fullback, Ramish. Defenses nowadays, they just don't pay attention to the fullback. In particular, when you give a little bit of a play fake or fake it to the running back, and Houston knew he might have put just a little bit too much of it. As a quarterback, you got to know that you're throwing it to a big guy, right? Might not have the hands of a tailback. Throw a little touch on that ball, it's probably a completion.
That was the first incomplete pass for Houston. 2nd and 10. And they'll run it this time. Ogunbowale. And he'll pick up a couple. Garrett Sickles making the stop. Big number 90. The senior from Red Bank, New Jersey.
Yeah, Sickles has done a great job this year. 12.5 tackles for loss. And set him up for this opportunity here. This is a great chance for Penn State to get off the field.
3rd down and 8 at the 45. Badgers need to go to the 37 for a 1st down. Houston in the shotgun. Here's Houston under pressure, delivers, and incomplete. Intended for Jazz Peavy. Will make that rushing. And Penn State finally holds.
Christian Campbell is number 1. You've got 29 John Reed, both corners in the game. They're over there playing straight man-to-man coverage. Bart Houston just didn't give his wide receiver enough of an opportunity at that ball for a conversion. Good stop there from Penn State, their defense.
So Anthony Lottie will punt it away from the 41. Greg Garrity is the deep man for Penn State at the 10-yard line. End over end kick. And fair call at the 12. So coming up, Saquon Barkley, best running back in the nation, maybe. He's back on the field right after this. 1st down at the 22 for the Nittany Lions. Barkley running straight ahead, and he is gobbled up. Great pressure as Ryan Conley and TJ Watt combine on the tackle. Beagle, Conley, Edwards, Watt. And there are those marks on McSorley's arms already.
I mean, this Wisconsin defense, they have been ready for that old school traditional zone read game when the quarterback is reading the defensive end or the outside linebacker and giving it or taking it with the running back, and Wisconsin has been ready for it.
2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Here's McSorley to the sideline. Beautiful throw and catch. Saeed Blacknell. I tell you what, these defensive backs for Wisconsin are very good, but they're small.
Yeah.
And if this offensive line can give McSorley some time, his receivers are big, fast, athletic guys.
That's what is so important for that rush, those outside linebackers for Wisconsin, because this undersized secondary is going to have problems against those athletic, tall wide receivers if McSorley gets the time that you were speaking of. They love to take shots. They spread out here. I wouldn't.
3rd down and 1. Oh, a bad snap. McSorley hustling. Can he hold on? Loose. Picked up. Wisconsin. Conley. Touchdown, Badgers.
Snap just went right over his head. Way too high, a little bit off to the right, and he wasn't able to get that bounce. Just hopped back and under him, and Conley was right there. Look at the effort here. They get to McSorley, Conley's right there, gets the fortunate bounce, and then gets it into the end zone. What a play for Wisconsin.
And that's what that Wisconsin pressure will do to you, partner. It'll make you speed up a little bit.
Brian Gaia, a captain, 6'3", 295. He's the center. Great leader. He's a confident guy. Just got a little bit in a hurry there. Snapped it over his quarterback's head.
9:42 to play in the 2nd quarter. Andrew Indica trying to make this a 21-7 game. And he does. The defense not only turning it over, but scoring as well. James Franklin and the Nittany Lions have work to do. 21-7 Badgers.
I think this game means a lot more than people are giving it credit for in this playoff discussion.
Wisconsin sends it away. And the Nittany Lions, Miles Sanders brings it out of the end zone, gets to the 20, and finally knocked out of play at around the 23. 1st down and 10 at the 34. And they hand it to Robinson. And Robinson powering his way forward as he runs right into T.J. Edwards, their #1 tackler.
I think that Penn State has found the formula here, the code. Wisconsin clearly completely keying on Saquon Barkley, which they should. He's the best player on the field. But these shots down the field with McSorley getting a little time is what's hurting the Badgers defense.
2nd and 6 at the 38. McSorley sprints out of the pocket, sets up, goes deep, and incomplete. DeAndre Tompkins, the intended receiver, that ball thrown behind him.
Sometimes you see young quarterbacks move out of the pocket on their own rather than only moving once they're forced. And when that happens, it takes the whole timing of the play away from you. Trace McSorley is great when he's improvising and outside of the structure of the offense. But he needs to allow the defense to force him that direction rather than just taking off on his own. 3rd
down and 6 at the 38. McSorley in trouble. Throws up high, caught by Hamilton, but he's short of the 1st down. Nice tackle by T.J. Edwards on the sideline. So what do you do if you're Penn State? Do you take a chance and go for it?
I don't think you try to go for this. I think that you punt this ball.
Well, the offense staying on the field on 4th and 2. So the first gamble of the evening for James Franklin. 4th down and 2. Here comes a blitz.
They were sending everybody. Even Musso from his safety spot was way up near the line of scrimmage.
Dangerous play for Penn State. Here we go. McSorley being chased and incomplete. And the Nittany Lions turn it over on downs. Vince Beagle with pressure. Wisconsin with great field position. All right, 1st down and 10 at the 42 for Wisconsin. Nittany Lions gamble. Let's see if the Badgers can make them pay as Clement gains about a yard on the play. Manny Bowen with the tackle. James Franklin, 44 years old in his third year, signed a 10-year contract with Penn State in 2014. In his first season, the NCAA lifted Penn State's postseason ban. 2nd and 9 at the 41. Play fake. Houston rolls, drops it off, and he's got his man Eric Steffes. As Steffes gains about 14 yards on the play. Marcus Allen coming up with the tackle.
The key to this is that the tight end has to sell his block all the way through the run fake. You see how Steffes goes all the way down. Now he pops out as a wide receiver. And Houston just dumps it off to him for an easy completion and an easy first down. That is good execution, good attention to the details for Wisconsin.
First down and 10 at the Penn State 27. Clement again with running room, put it on the ground. And Wisconsin holds on.
Boy, they were fortunate because there was a couple of different Nittany Lions that had a great opportunity.
For injured player.
Torrance Brown, the sophomore from Alabama, knocked it loose. Great job going after the ball. Clement upset with himself, rightfully so. Got to protect the ball, in particular when you're in the middle of traffic there, and then just the pile over the ball.
First down and 10 at the 16.
Oh, my man, what a beautiful heart.
Here's the handoff. And Ogunbowale picks up the first down.
You know, this is why I didn't like that 4th down decision from Penn State. They weren't even across the 50. James Franklin gambled after a series in which his center snapped it over his quarterback's head and Wisconsin got an easy touchdown. You don't want to create another easy touchdown in a short field. That was an opportunity to just punt the ball away and let your defense try to get out there and get a stop. But putting their backs up against the wall here with a short field, and Wisconsin has taken advantage.
Ogunbowale remains in the backfield after the 9-yard pickup. 2nd down and 1. They give it to him again. Ogunbowale, touchdown Badgers. So Wisconsin takes a 27-7 lead with 5:15 to go in the first half.
Here's Xander Neville. He's going to come across and he's going to open up that hole for Ogunbowale. Xander Neville, there's the block, gets it done, and Ogunbowale easily into the end zone for another touchdown.
Endicott for the extra point. And it's good. 28-7. Wisconsin dominating here in the first half. Dare Ogunbowale scores his 4th rushing touchdown of the season. Wisconsin averaging 6.6 yards per rush. 145 yards rushing on 22 carries and 3 rushing touchdowns for the Badgers. And this one kicked out of the end zone. Remember, though, this Penn State team this season has been pretty good in the second half.
I mean, not just pretty good. They've been great. Second best in the FBS as far as margin, over 170 points.
Barkley. .202 to go, second quarter. We'll take a quick break. Back after this. 2:02 to play in the second quarter. Wisconsin with a 28-7 lead.
That's Vince Beagle. As passionate a player as I've talked to in a long time.
2nd down and 9 at the 23. McSorley underneath, and this ball caught by Hamilton. Nice hands as he gets dropped immediately by Derek Tyndall.
They're going to have to hurry a little bit here, as that didn't move the chains and is not going to stop the clock.
3rd down, 2 of the 30. McSorley again over the middle, and another 1st down. Tompkins make that Hamilton with the reception, and he'll gain 18.
Good protection there. Finally, McSorley having a little time to diagnose what's going on down the field, and he's finding some space in the middle of the field. In particular with Deshaun Hamilton. That's a couple of catches for Hamilton. 4 on the night, 45 yards.
1st down to the 48. McSorley to the sideline. Incomplete. Intended for Irvin Charles.
Really good looking redshirt freshman. Only 2 catches coming into the game, but a 4-star prospect. One of these guys that James Franklin has been able to get in recruiting. He's one of the best recruiters in the country. A lot of talented young players on this Penn State roster.
2nd and 10. 1:18 remaining. McSorley to throw. Delivers, and this time Charles just dropped it.
Well, that's sometimes the problem with young guys, is just the lack of consistency, and it shows up in the simplest things, just like catching the ball out of the break. Charles unable to hang on, and now this is the precarious situation. Every time Wisconsin has gotten Penn State behind the chains like this, 3rd and long, they have brought a lot of pressure and gotten to McSorley.
3rd and 10 at the 48.
Here they come again.
Here comes a blitz. McSorley steps up in the pocket, delivers underneath. Blacknell gets out of bounds, but he picks up the 1st down at the 40.
Got to give McSorley a lot of credit for, as often as he's been hit today, some young quarterbacks would flinch in the pocket and their eyes would go down to the rush, but he did not flinch. Eyes stayed up, found the open receiver, threw a strike, and moved the chains.
12-yard gain. 1st and 10 at the 40. Penn State with 2 timeouts remaining. McSorley again to the sideline. Caught. Blacknell sprinting. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. 40 yards.
Another big play for Penn State for a touchdown. Just a bad angle from the defensive back.
Saeed Blacknell with the 40-yard touchdown. Tyler Davis for the extra point. And it's good. Penn State won 3 games this season after trailing by 10 or more points in the 2nd half. Tied with Florida State and Tennessee for most in FBS. In fact, Penn State scored 64% of its points after halftime this season. Let's go to Mike Hill. We're ready to start the 2nd half here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Wisconsin leading Penn State 28-14. Gus Johnson along with Joel Klatt partnered. that Wisconsin defense is nasty.
Yes.
But one thing we do know is that Penn State's a better 2nd half team than 1st half.
They are, and they're going to have to be, obviously, tonight. And one thing that they did get in the 1st half was the big play, but they've got to protect their quarterback a bit better in this 2nd half in order to get the ball down the field. There was way too much pressure on Trace McSorley. This was the first snap of the game. It was just a handoff, and bam! T.J. Watt all over McSorley. They pressured him, knocked him down, hurried him 9 times, forced 2 fumbles on 22 McSorley dropbacks. He was beat up in that 1st half. Give him a lot of credit for coming back, staying tough, leading them on that touchdown drive to draw within a couple of scores, but they're going to have to do a much better job blocking guys like that. Vince Beagle and TJ Watt in this second half as we take a look at the Verizon first half stats. The running game for Wisconsin has set the tone for the Badgers. 164 yards on the ground. Penn State has not been able to get Saquon Barkley going with only 39 yards on the ground. That time of possession favoring Wisconsin as well. Just over 17 minutes.
So we're ready to start the third quarter. Badgers, who deferred the first half, will receive as Jamerson goes back deep for Wisconsin. Joey Julius will send it away. And Jamerson will take a knee. Let's go downstairs to Shannon.
Well, you better believe James Franklin reminded his players in that locker room that they have been a second half team. His adjustments, he told me, it all starts up front. He said, we're getting absolutely killed on that offensive line from Wisconsin. He said, I'm surprised we're only down by 14 points. Now, I did ask him if he continues to be as aggressive as he's been on fourth down in this second half, and he just looked at me, he smiled. Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, Shannon, thank you very much. 1st and 10. At the 25 for Bart Houston and the Wisconsin offense. Corey Clement, 14 carries, 127 yards and a touchdown. Play fake. Houston sets up over the middle. Big ball and caught. Fumagalli wide open over the middle for a 19-yard gain.
Boy, this offense picks up right where it left off. That first series of the game, they went 14 plays, only had to throw 2 passes, went right down the field. And now to open this second half, a great run from Clement, getting the first down, and then Houston steps right up into the pocket, and another big completion over the middle to Troy Fumagalli.
Only 2 losses on the season for the Badgers. A 7-point loss in Ann Arbor to Michigan, and an overtime loss at home against the Ohio State University. 1st and 10 at the 34. And they hand it to Clement again. And he fumbled. But the Badgers, right place, right time, cover it up.
How about that? How lucky Wisconsin is. The center, Michael Dieter. Honorable mention All Big Ten a year ago, and it just fell into his lap. All he had to do was fall to the ground. And that's the second time we've seen Clement put it on the ground and Wisconsin come away with the football.
Marcus Allen with the hit on the play as Clement goes out. 2nd and 7 at the 31. Bradrick Shaw, the freshman in the game. They'll give it to Shaw. He cuts it inside and is finally tripped up at the 27-yard line. Grant Haley with a nice open field tackle.
Not just a nice open field tackle, but as you're going to see with this beautiful cutback, he saves a touchdown because that's gone. And Haley gets him to the ground and forces a 3rd down opportunity for his defense. What a huge tackle there in the open field.
3rd down and 3 at the 27. Opening drive of the second half for the Badgers. They're 4 of 6 on 3rd down conversions. Shaw remains in. Shaw. And bottled up and slammed to the ground. Terrific job by Curtis Cawthron.
Well, Cawthron, see, you're going to get a pull here, but then Cawthron, he just jets inside of it. They're trying to block down from the tackle position, but as he gets upfield, there's nowhere to go from that defensive tackle position. Curtis Cawthron with just a huge play.
So Andrew Endicott comes in to attempt a 48-yarder, his career-long 46. Down, up. No good. Wisconsin comes up empty. Let's see if that fires up the Penn State offense. Will take the field for the first time in the second half. Lucas Oil Stadium, where Penn State takes over. 1st and 10 at the 30. McSorley to throw it. Goes deep down the field. Caught! Blackton again! Racing! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! One play, 70 yards. We've got a ball game in neck time.
told you this was a big play offense. They strike again.
McSorley has thrown touchdowns of 33 yards, 40 yards, and now 70 yards. But more importantly, Penn State down by 7. Here we go. The Big Ten Championship. Blacknell, 2 plays, 2 touchdowns. And Penn State's right back in this game after Saeed catches his 5th ball. A 70-yard strike from Trace McSorley.
And these big wide receivers for Penn State are making life miserable on the small defensive backs for Wisconsin. Blacknell had 3 inches and 25 pounds on Natrell Jamerson on the last play.
Jamerson brings it out of the end zone. And Jamerson wrestled down at the 20. First down at the 32. Penn State showing blitz. Here they come. Shaw. And he's chopped down at the 35. A lot of hard hitting going on between these 2 teams. Tyree Chavis and Marcus Allen combining on that stop.
I really love Marcus Allen. This is a guy that is just a junior, 202 pounds. He actually lined up. He's normally a safety. He lined up as a linebacker on the last play. Big hit there. Good, fast-flowing player. Just a terrific talent.
Had a 22-tackle game against Minnesota earlier this year. Clement back in. 2nd and 6. Houston to throw it. Houston under pressure, and Houston gets it up the field to the 36. Brandon Bell all over him.
As a quarterback, you need your offensive line to keep the pocket up near the line of scrimmage. Watch it just collapse into Houston's lap. He's got nowhere to go. He finds a little bit of a space because the coverage down the field was terrific. Had to eat it. Dive back to the line of scrimmage, and now Penn State another chance to get off the field.
3rd down and 6 at the 36. Ogunbowale in the backfield. Remember, he's great with his hands catching the ball. Houston strike. Who's got it? Loose. And Wisconsin falls on it, but Penn State bringing pressure. Brandon Bell punched it free.
Well, I don't want to put too much pressure on Brandon Bell, but that was very LeVar Arrington-esque at linebacker. You right over Ogunbowale into the face of Houston, bats the ball away, and Houston barely got back. Look at him hurdle over the running back and strip it out of his hands.
Anthony Lottie will punt it from his own 10. John Reed, the deep man, at the 27. Reed comes up to field it and has it at the 37. 7:39 to play 3rd quarter, 28-21 Wisconsin. But Big Mo is flowing through Happy Valley right now. We've seen some fantastic finishes here at the Big Ten Championship. This one turning out to be a good one. The pitch, Barkley gets up the sideline, and Saquon Barkley ridden out of bounds by Ryan Conley after a 16-yard gain.
This is the perfect equation right here. You're going to try to get outside of the outside linebacker, and all you have to do if you're Trace McSorley is get him to commit just a little bit. He does that, and then Barkley has the edge. There he turns on the jets and shows you that speed down the field. And how about the block from Chris Godwin down the field?
They throw it to the sideline, caught by Godwin up the sideline, and Godwin goes out of bounds after picking up a first down. Remember, Wisconsin led this game 28-7 with 5:15 to go in the 2nd quarter.
That was a great job by McSorley of understanding the coverage. Sojourn Shelton blitzed from his corner position, so he flipped it out to the wide receiver. Got an easy conversion.
1st down and 10 to the 33. Barkley trying to get through the hole. And slung down after a 1-yard gain. Garrett Dooley with the tackle.
This is the type of pace that Penn State wants to play with. A little bit more high tempo, getting the ball on the outside, trying to mix it up with those zone reads and option plays from their quarterback.
2nd down and 9 at the 32. McSorley in the corner, caught. Gesicki with a 17-yard gain. And right now, these Nittany Lions have it popping.
He's just going to run the corner route. It's an excellent route because he gets vertical for so long. The safety has to stay deep, then he falls out of it for an easy completion.
Barkley. And he'll go down at the 12, maybe the 11, depending on the spot. Vince Beagle with the tackle. What kind of adjustment have the Nittany Lions made on offense to move the ball so rapidly now?
I think that they're just getting better push in the interior of the offensive line, which is allowing those inside zone plays to have a little bit of success.
2nd and 6 at the 11.
That's just an attitude. That's just winning up front. So those guys doing a great job, led by Brian Gaia, the center.
Here's McSorley looking over the middle, caught, and maybe another 1st down as Hamilton traps the football and holds on tightly.
He ran a great route. He knew that the 1st down marker was right at the 5, so he put himself right at the 4-yard line, just past the sticks. And as Leo Musso comes up to lay the hit, Hamilton holds on for the 1st.
1st down and goal at the they give it to him. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Uh-oh. 28-27.
I told you that they were winning on the interior of the line, and they do so again to get it in the end zone. That's Brian Gaia, the center, Connor McGovern, the right guard. They crushed the defensive line down, and Barkley did a great job of getting the vision to find the sweet spot and dive for the goal line. Certainly looked like he got over the goal line on that view.
And we're level. 21 unanswered points for the Nittany Lions. Penn State starting to believe. 28 up. 4:22 to go, 3rd quarter. In the 2016 Big Ten Championship, so much on the line in this game. A Big Ten title, a Rose Bowl berth, and a possible invitation to the college football playoff.
Did anybody really think, with where this program had to come from to be at this point, that they were just going to fold up shop because they were down 21? I don't think so.
1st down. Houston to throw. Houston steps up, shovels it. Clement breaks it to the outside, stays on his feet, gets down the sideline, still on his feet, and finally tiptoes out of bounds in front of Brendan Bell after a 26-yard gain. Great improvisation by Bart Houston.
Well, as he's going to drop back here, his eyes stay downfield, and Clement gets out into the route. And right here, you just got to make a decision. He's going to try to run for it, or you're going to give it to a more athletic guy and let him gain the yards. He just pitches it forward to Clement, and he gets all the way upfield, all the way to the 35-yard line.
So Wisconsin responding. 1st down and 10 at the Penn State 35. Shaw back in. They give it to him. And Shaw tackled by Marcus Allen. And he'll gain 4.
Well, they need to answer. They need to answer in a big way. Remember, this game was 28-7 at one point. Wisconsin dominating, 2 4th down stops, a defensive touchdown, running the ball at will. And yet here the Nittany Lions are tied at 28.
2nd down and 7. Shaw breaks it back with room, sprinting, the freshman down at the 10-yard line. game-saving tackle. But Bradrick Shaw got him up and down for 20.
Well, they're going to create such a big lane to run here right there. Look at it. The fullback and the running back are going to just be free. Austin Ramish is looking for someone to block, and Shaw just takes off like a bullet shot out of a gun into the secondary.
12 carries, 65 yards for the freshman from Birmingham, Alabama. 1st and 10 at the Nittany Lion 12. Clement back in. They give it to him. Woo. And he'll gain a couple the hard way. Marcus Allen.
I told you this kid could play, man. Marcus Allen comes up and just delivers a pop from his safety position.
Wasn't there another Marcus Allen that was pretty good in football?
Yeah, I recall. Okay, I think he was pretty good. Played the other side, but yeah. This Marcus Allen is having a night tonight. 6'2", 205 from Maryland. Hard hitter. He is a downhill player even as a safety, and he's showing you that skill tonight.
Ogunbowale checks in at running back. Houston over the middle. And incomplete. He had a wide open receiver, Fumagalli. But Houston had pressure. That brings up 3rd down and 8.
You know, when you get a blitz, when you're going to get all these players and they're going to create a void in the defense. See, the linebacker runs out and it creates a void. You've got to just get it off in time because you know that pressure is going to be in your lap. Fumagalli was wide open. He's going to walk into the end zone. Houston couldn't get it to him.
3rd down and 8 at the 10 for Paul Christ and his Badgers. Ogunbowale in the backfield. He's great catching the ball. Houston underneath Peavy. And I don't think he got the 1st down. No, he didn't. As Peavy is dragged down by Jordan Smith. And that will bring on the field goal unit for Wisconsin.
I love what Smith does because he doesn't buy that upfield route. See how he squeezes back to the middle of the field and he keeps his eyes on the quarterback? If he would have watched the wide receiver that was inside of Peavy, he would have cleared out, created a void, and Wisconsin would have scored. That was a great play by Smith.
Andrew Endicott in to attempt a 23-yarder. And it's good. The Badgers reclaim the lead. A lot of time left. 16 seconds to go, 3rd quarter, 31-28. 31-28. Wisconsin leads Penn State with 16 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And as this chess match continues between Coach Christ and Coach Franklin, in your opinion, for both teams, what's the next adjustment?
The next adjustment for Penn State on offense is I feel like they've got everything at their disposal. Running the ball inside and then still the big plays down the field. Defensively for Wisconsin, they've got to get back to that aggressive attacking style from the outside with their outside linebackers like they played early in the game.
Sanders from the 5. And he's bottled up and taken down at the 20. So let's... He'll throw it. Steps up. Down the field. He's got a receiver, Hamilton, and he has it at the 40. Deshaun Hamilton with a gain of 40 yards.
And again, a 6'1" receiver goes up with athleticism and beats a defensive back of Wisconsin.
And that takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter. What a game.
Woo, they got some dudes or what?
Dudes. Big points for Penn State in the 3rd quarter. 31-28. Wisconsin leading. But you called this kid a wizard earlier. I can see why. He's got magic in him.
He does have magic. When the play breaks down, when the ball needs to go down the field, I want Trace McSorley as my quarterback.
1st down and 10 of the 43. McSorley looking, fires up the sideline. Caught again. Hamilton. The Wizard of Camelot. Trace McSorley. McSorley.
The flag came out, but this is going to be defensive pass interference on Derek Tyndall.
Pass interference, defense number 25. Penalties decline. Play results in first down.
These wide receivers keep beating Wisconsin off the line of scrimmage. It's causing Wisconsin to be in a chase technique. Then all they can do is grab the wide receivers. They're being able to adjust to the ball, come back to that ball, and just making life difficult on Wisconsin.
Hamilton, 7 catches, 115 yards. Gained 25 there. First down and 10.
Gus, these guys are so athletic on the outside.
From the 18. Barkley. But they've got a great trigger man, Trace McSorley. Look at the numbers, 18 of 26, 344. 3 touchdowns. That's a record in the Big Ten Championship.
He's still got 14 minutes to go. And you know he's going to be putting the ball up.
He breaks Connor Cook's record, the former Michigan State quarterback. 2nd and 10 at the 18. A lot of huffing and puffing going on now for the Badgers on defense. McSorley in the end zone. Barkley, touchdown! The Wizard. And Penn State takes a 34-31 lead.
They have man-to-man coverage. He checks the play to the wheel route. He knows he's got Barkley on T.J. Watt. They love that matchup, and even though they can't block the entire blitz, he gets the ball out quick enough. And Trace McSorley with another touchdown pass. That one was a beauty.
Davis. Penn State with their first lead of the game. 13:41 to go. McSorley has thrown 8 touchdown passes in the last 2 weeks. The Nittany Lions lead it. But Wisconsin ready to get the football back. Jamerson. He'll start from the 3. And Jamerson gets to the 22 before being ridden down. Shaw in now. He'll run it in. Shaw. He met Curtis Cawthron and almost had his head taken off.
You know, when Wisconsin's getting downhill and they're pulling guards and tackles, they're much more successful. When they're trying this zone scheme where they're just going to everyone move to your left, Penn State's too athletic. That's when they get defensive linemen into the backfield, causing a cut before Clement wants to cut. Or excuse me, Shaw wants to cut, and getting him down for a tackle for loss.
2nd and 12 to the 34. Ogunbowale in the backfield. Houston in trouble, and Houston is sacked. Cole Farmer, 2nd sack of the day for the Nittany Lions.
Here comes Farmer from his outside linebacker position. That's just a totally blown assignment from Wisconsin. 65, Ryan Ramczyk, the left tackle, is an all Big Ten tackle, but just blanked on the protection. Farmer runs right by him, and Penn State forces another punt.
3rd down and 16.
Excuse me, 3rd down.
At the 30. Here's Houston. Drops it off. Ogunbowale. And Ogunbowale is tackled at the 32 by Kevin Givens. Now the Badgers will have to punt. Look at James Franklin and the enthusiasm on that Nittany Lions sideline.
They're playing with just great energy and pursuit, running to the football, playing physical once they get there. And Franklin loves it.
Anthony Lonnie will punt it away inside his own 20. John Reed, the deep man, at his 20. Reed comes up to field it on the move at the 35 and goes out of bounds. 9:52 to play in the fourth quarter. Trace McSorley and the Penn State offense back on the field with decent field position after this. First down at the 36 for Penn State. Barkley makes a first man miss, cuts it inside, and glides his way to the 40. T.J. Watt with the tackle. Trace McSorley, 9 straight completions. He's red hot. 2nd and 6. These receivers for Penn State have been brilliant. McSorley steps up, looks, goes for it all once again. Gesicki and out of bounds. Good coverage that time by Leo Musso.
Leo Musso does a great job of forcing Gesicki all the way to the sideline. Nowhere to really throw that, but boy, this passing game has been so good. This has been one of the great secondaries in all of college football.
But if Wisconsin can get off the field here, 3rd and 6 at the 40. Now Mark Allen in the game at running back. Number 8. Here comes a blitz. They pick it up. McSorley in trouble and throws it out of bounds. Well defended by the Badgers.
Oh, Leon Jacobs hit Trace McSorley late, close to the sideline.
Personal foul. Roughing the passes. Defense number 32. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
The junior from Santa Clarita, California, you see, he just takes him down late. He kind of drags him to the ground. The flag came out right away, right in front of James Franklin.
He was still on the field, Joel, when he tackled him.
I understand that, but it's the lateness of dragging him down to the ground that draws the flag from the official. I don't know if I agree with it. I'm with you. He's still in the middle of the field, but these officials have been instructed to protect these quarterbacks, and he does so there.
First down. And this is Barkley.
It's certainly close. I mean, that's a huge penalty. I don't know if I would have disagreed if the flag wouldn't have come out either.
Second down and 8. McSorley to the sideline, caught out of bounds. Saeed Blacknell has had a career night. A gain of 10 there.
I mean, these wide receivers have done a great job, but check out where this ball is. I mean, it's just perfectly thrown. Right as he's coming out of his break, very tough to defend as Blacknell goes right up, ball's right in his chest, right in his face mask. Trace McSorley is playing on a different level right now.
First down and 10 at the 15. Barkley, and he'll go nowhere. Ryan Conley jumped on his back and took him down. 35-31, the winner to win the Big Ten championship and receive a bid to the Rose Bowl and possibly an invitation to the college football playoff.
Well, when they've gotten down here, Gus, it's been all about mismatches. Their biggest mismatch right now is their tight end, Gesicki.
And he's lined up at the tight end spot at the top of your screen. There he is. Andre Robinson checks in at running back. McSorley under pressure. Godwin, and he'll get out of bounds at the 10. Chris Godwin stopped by Sojourn Shelton.
Well, here we go. Huge third down here. Gesicki will come down to the bottom in the slot for a 3-receiver set.
Third down and 4. Gesicki 6'6", and he's being guarded by Dakota Dixon 5'10". Dixon blitzes. McSorley underneath. Hamilton spinning, and he will not get it. Ryan Conley again with the tackle.
Boy, this would be a tough decision. We saw James Franklin in the first half go for 4th downs twice and fail. And now at 4th and 1 here, he's going to take the points. Send his kicking unit on the field.
Tyler Davis in to attempt a 24-yarder. And it's good. Penn State 5-14 away with a 38-31 lead. And Jamerson lets this go out of the end zone. Wisconsin do or die now at the 25. 5:14 to go. Play fake. Houston rolling. Houston runs it. And he'll gain a yard. Manny Bowen stops him.
I'm surprised that they've gotten away from that power game with Corey Clement in the middle of the offensive line. That's been so successful for him. Clement on the night, 164 yards rushing. Trying to use him as a decoy. I don't know if that's the best strategy here with Bart Houston on the outside.
2nd down and 9. Houston over the middle. Caught. Peavy. And Peavy picks up the 1st down as he goes out of bounds.
Good time in the pocket. Offensive line giving Houston a nice clean pocket, and he does a great job of staying patient, going through his reads, and he's actually coming down to his secondary wide receiver, Peavy. Finds him coming across the field and delivers a great accurate ball that allows him to run after the catch.
1st down at the 43. After the 16-yard gain. Bradrick Shaw in the backfield. Shaw running left. And nothing. He'll be tackled for a loss. Evan Schwan and Garrett Sickles combining.
Wow, I love the motor of Garrett Sickles. This guy plays 100% all the time. Number 90 for Penn State, junior from New Jersey, 6'4", only 260 pounds, so he's a bit undersized, but he makes up for it with effort, and you saw that on the last snap.
2nd down and 11 at the 42. Houston finds his man in the slot, Ogunbowale, and he's close to a 1st down. We told you how dangerous he is catching the ball out of the backfield.
Here's what I love about it is that you're going to get a blitz here and a blitz here, and then Ogunbowale is going to just find the seam, and he gets there and turns right back to his quarterback, and Houston doesn't panic, delivers it up that seam for a great completion, creating a short yardage opportunity here.
Under 3 minutes to go. 38-31, Penn State. 3rd and 1 for Wisconsin. They'll hand it off. Ogunbowale. And he's close to the 1st down.
Brandon Bell got in the backfield, and I thought for a moment he was going to stop him. Made contact in the backfield. Number 11, but Ogunbowale was just able to get sideways enough to fall forward for a first down.
Play fake, Houston rolling, checks it down. Clement, great catch, and he'll pick up a first down and more. What a catch by Corey Clement. Malik Golden finally dropping him. But it's a gain of 13.
When you put a fake right in the face of a defensive end, you're going to make him make a decision. He's either got to honor the fake and take the quarterback, or he's going to try to peel off and take the running back. Houston reads it properly, come in with a great catch, and moves the chains again.
First down and 10 at the 33. Houston rolling, finds Clement again. And he stays on his feet and gets extra yardage. Malik Golden tried to throw him down, but Clement just too strong.
Boy, what balance from Clement on the outside. We see him make the twirling catch on the last play and then fight off Malik Golden.
And you said it, Joel. For Bart Houston, the good plays are checking down to his backs, but you get a feel that he's got a big throwdown feel in him. 2nd and 6 at the 29. They hand it off. Shaw. And he doesn't get much. Manny Bowen.
That backside, you've got to cut off the defensive end, and if you're not able to do so, he's always going to squeeze all the way down and make the play. That was 84 A.J. Taylor, a wide receiver, a true freshman, 194 pounds, trying to block Manny Bowen, a 220-pound linebacker. That was a mismatch.
A minute and 18 remaining. Ogunbowale back in. 3rd and 6. Houston underneath. Caught, but not enough for the first down. Fumagalli about a half-yard short. And a timeout called. 104 remaining. 38-31 in the Big Ten Championship. Take a deep breath. 105 to go. 38-31. 4th down and 1 for Wisconsin at the Penn State 24-yard line. Corey Clement in the backfield. Clement. Did he get it? No! He didn't get it. What a stop!
Oh, what a play. Here he is, 15. He takes on the fullback. He dips under him and gets to the legs of Clement. Took him out.
McSorley hands it off. Barkley. And a timeout called by the Badgers. They have 1 remaining. 38-31. 57 seconds remaining. Penn State with the lead. Faced with a 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Barkley and Wisconsin will use their final timeout. Remember, at one time, Penn State trailed this game 28-7 with 5:15 remaining in the second quarter. In the second half, they've outscored Wisconsin 24-3. McSorley gives it up to Barkley. He gets outside and stays in bounds. Wisconsin cannot stop the clock with 44 seconds and counting.
There's only 2 seconds difference between the game clock and the play clock. You've only got 3 seconds because remember, you don't have to snap the ball until there's 3 seconds left on the game clock. It takes about a second for the ball to get back to the punter or the quarterback or Barkley, and you have him run and turn back around and run towards the goalpost. That'll take 2 seconds, and then the game will be over.
Is that something that you practice?
Not often, if at all. But that's the strategy being talked about right now in the Penn State huddle. There's no reason to have a Michigan-esque punt fiasco at the end of the game.
Three seconds remaining in the game. Trace McSorley takes the snap, heads back, and that's it. Penn State wins the Big Ten title, 38-31. Welcome back to Camelot. The greatest comeback victory in the history of the Big Ten Championship. James Franklin and the Nittany Lions. 38-31 over Wisconsin.
What an amazing game we just witnessed here. And to help present the championship trophy, the commissioner of the Big Ten, Mr. Jim Delaney.
What a championship effort. Let me present the 2016 Big Ten Championship trophy to Coach James Franklin. He'll have a few words for you, then he'll introduce a player.
Coach Franklin, what an epic story this story has been of redemption and resurgence back to the top of the mountaintop. What can you say about this group of kids and what they've accomplished here tonight?
Well, first of all, I want to thank the Penn State Nation that has been with us from the beginning to the end. There is nothing like our Penn State fans, alumni, and lettermen. You are the best.
Coach, take us through that last defensive stand. 4th and 1. What did you tell your defense when you were huddled up on the sideline?
Well, Brent Pry, our defensive coordinator, has done an unbelievable job all year long. But it always comes down to our players. And our players believe, they work together, they love each other, they have faith in what we're doing. And when you have that, you're able to do special things.
Coach, in just your 3rd year, you're standing here as a champion. When you're 2-2, did you think this was possible?
Let's stop talking about the 2-2, and let's talk about the last 9 games.
Nine straight victories. Coach, you have a win over Ohio State. You're the East Division champion, the Big Ten champion. You have the 13th data point, as they say. You're playing as well as anybody in the conference, or the country for that matter. Do you deserve inclusion into the college football playoff?
Could you rattle those things off again, please?
9 straight wins, the 13th data point. You're a conference champion, an Eastern Division champion. You beat Ohio State. You just took care of Wisconsin. Do you deserve a spot in the college football playoff?
What I do know is we just won the toughest conference in college football. We've won 9 straight. They say you're allowed to overcome early setbacks. We've done that. It's on you now, the committee.
Coach, congratulations. Well done.
The final score here at Lucas Oil Stadium, Penn State 38, Wisconsin 31.